Hello again, everyone. It's Dwayne. It is Sunday with One Man's Opinion here. Another edition. I got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to get rolling here. First of all, I would like to express condolences for Nancy Reagan, who passed away this morning at the age of 94 from congestive heart failure. In an era where we have a very classless First Lady, I look at Nancy Reagan and I see a time not that long ago where class and decorum counted in the White House. Not since Camelot had we had that when we had John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy. They were classy people. And I don't remember much about LBJ and Lady Bird. I don't remember much about Nixon and Pat. I don't remember much about Ford and his wife, and her name is just absolutely not in my head right now. We didn't have it with Carter and Rosalind Carter. Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter had no sense of class as far as I was concerned. They were ordinary people and they lived in the White House kind of like ordinary people and tried to put on airs occasionally, and I don't think it pulled off. The era of Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan, class and decorum returned to the White House, and we've not seen it since. We've seen it in bits and pieces with Barbara Bush and with Laura Bush. We saw it a little bit with Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, but not to the extent that um, we had with the Reagans. And of course, with the current occupiers of the White House, we've seen nothing but tasteless, crass, not class. So Ronnie and Nancy are together again in heaven and catching up on everything that's happened. And both are young, both are healthy, and both are at peace. Okay, today we have a caucus in Maine for the Democrats. The Republican caucus in Maine was yesterday. Today we have a primary in Puerto Rico. And tonight is the Democrat debate, number whatever, between Clinton and Sanders. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a snooze fest, and I sure won't be watching it. I watched the last one, and it basically was who could give more free shit away. I'm pretty sure that's what this one's going to be, too. But yesterday, we had some caucuses and primaries around the country. We had Nebraska for the Democrats. Bernie Sanders beat Hillary Clinton 57.1 to 42.9%. That gave 14 delegates to Bernie Sanders and 10 to Hillary Clinton. In Kansas, Ted Cruz beat Donald Trump handily. Ted Cruz had in Kansas 48.2% to 23.9% Trump. So in Kansas, Cruz got 24 delegates, Trump got 9, Rubio 6, and Kasich got 1. In Maine, Cruz defeated Trump 45.9% to 32.6%. Cruz got 12 delegates, Trump got 9, Kasich got 2, and Rubio got a big goose egg. In Louisiana, Trump edged out Ted Cruz 41.4 to 37.8%. Now, here in Kentucky, first of all, I have to give props to the people of Kentucky who turned out heavily in many parts of the state. In Jefferson County, Louisville, what I call Lousyville, there was about a 30% turnout, which is unprecedented, actually, because Louisville usually is pretty lazy when it comes to voting. Here in Bullitt County, which I lovingly refer to as Ammo County, we're just south of Lousy,ville. We had heavy turnout. There was one voting place, and that was a high school in Shepherdsville. If you ever read my old blog and saw Hooter Heights, that's Shepherdsville. It was a 5-mile line to get into the parking lot. 5-mile line. It was amazing. They had police out there, getting people in and out. The voting went quick. Once you got parked and got inside, 10 minutes, you're in and out. But it was a well-oiled machine. Once you got in there, it was just getting into the parking lot. That many people were trying to get in. I didn't realize how many Republicans were in Ammo County to begin with. It must be over half of the people that live here. Must be. If the Democrats had been voting yesterday, it would have been horrendous. It really would have been. Okay, so now we have here in Kentucky 35.9% to 31.6% Trump over Cruz. It wound up being 9,990 votes between them from first to second. That's pretty damn close, folks. It was heavy turnout in a lot of parts of the state. I still have not seen the final outcome as far as turnout. Kentucky is pretty slow to put that information out, but I'm pretty sure we will know in the next week or so what the turnout was. Now, let's take a look at delegates because we have got, so far, on the Democrat side, Hillary Clinton has 1,121 delegates. Bernie Sanders has 481 delegates. On the Republican side of things, Donald Trump has 382 delegates. Ted Cruz has 300. Marco Rubio is way back at 128, and John Kasich is a non-issue at this point at 35. How he is still staying in the race is beyond me. He thinks he's going to win Ohio. That's why. Ted Cruz and Donald Trump both are polling ahead of him as of right now. Trump very handily over Kasich. Cruz, it's close. At least the polls that I've seen. You may have seen others. I don't know. I haven't seen all of them. Trust me. After you see about 4 or 5 of them, you just kind of just glazed over. So what's next is now March 8th. We have primaries in Idaho, Mississippi, and Michigan, and a caucus in Hawaii. So we'll talk about all that on Wednesday. Now I want to get to Thursday. The GOP elite pulls out of mothballs Mitt Romney to make a speech about the evils of Donald Trump. Now, here's a man who 4 years earlier was praising Donald Trump on everything he did and taking money from him also for the campaign. 4 years later, he is trashing Donald Trump like he is a non-person. Mitt Romney is a Janus-faced politician, first of all, and secondly, the GOP are scared to death. They are pissing on themselves behind closed doors because they know there's not a damn thing they're going to be able to do at this point to keep the Trump train from rolling. Their only alternative at this point was Rubio, and of course, Rubio is going to lose Florida, and he is going to be out. Trump's already ahead of Rubio in Florida, and Trump has a presence in Florida. He has buildings and golf courses. He's got a home down in South Florida, so he has a presence there. After what Marco Rubio did when he got elected as a Tea Party darling and then immediately turned into an establishment stooge with the Gang of Eight, hanging out with Chuck U. Schumer and John McCain, the Maverick. He showed his true colors, and I'm pretty sure that not only will he lose the home state of Florida in the presidential, more than likely he will lose it when he runs for Senate again. There are a lot of rumors circulating around Marco Rubio that he was a gay male stripper, that he was involved with drugs, and a drug dealer down there that's still a drug dealer apparently. That he's had an affair with another woman, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if any of that crap is true, but the rumor mill has it that he is one of these people with a past. I'm not so much worried about his past at this point as his future. His future is looking pretty damn bleak. So he may wind up being a bartender somewhere before it's over with, just like his father. Uh, John Kasich is going to lose Ohio. He will be gone. If he decides to stay till the convention, it's by his own foolishness and the people who are giving him money, their foolishness. John Kasich is a rhino extraordinaire. He proclaimed that he was left of Hillary Clinton. How in God's name would anybody on the Republican side want him as president? Unless they want the status quo, more of what Obama has brought to America, because that's exactly what we'd be getting. It would be liberal light at that point. Rubio, like I said, he's not going to win. It's going to be a two-man race as of what, 9 days from now, when Florida and Ohio vote. They're both winner-take-all states, I believe. And either Cruz or Trump will wind up getting the votes there and getting the delegates. If Trump gets both of them, then we've got a chance that Trump is going to be the eventual nominee. But don't rule out Ted Cruz yet. Don't do it. He's hanging in there and he's winning states. He's doing a hell of a lot more than Rubio has been able to do. And the GOP does not like it. Like I said, they're pissing on themselves behind closed doors because of the fact that they've got a choice between Donald Trump, which they don't like, and Ted Cruz that they hate. Either one would make a better president than anything they've put up and what we currently have. Just imagine if they pulled together as a team, what could happen to this country. We might have class return to the White House. We might have an opportunity to get back to the days of Reagan. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see the country win again. As Donald Trump always points out, we will win. So, I guess we're going to find out pretty soon. But I'm still hoping for a Trump Cruz ticket. I really am. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I believe it will be the best thing that could happen to this country in a very, very long time. All right. So anyway, like I said, we've got March 8th, Idaho, Mississippi, and Michigan primary. We've got the Hawaii caucus. We'll talk about the Democrat debate tonight on Wednesday. So we'll have a whole lot to talk about. My time's up. Thank you for yours. Y'all have a great Sunday, and we'll see you again later.